guys. Sorry if I look like trash today. I feel like trash today. um, I'm gonna wait and let a few more of our friends come in, and we'll get this little chit chat started. Hi guys. Let me see. There we go. Aw, thank you, sweetheart. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how well I can do this stream positioned like this, because I am supposed to be very mindful of my movements. Okay, let's see here. Oh, Fred, thank you, sweetheart. I'm going to try really hard to make sure that I respond as much as I possibly can to you guys. I have one device that has the stream going, so that I can see your comments, because the device that I stream on, for some reason, even though I've told it to multiple times, will not keep your comments up on the screen. So, I'm going to start off the live stream by updating you guys on my dad, because I know that there are quite a few of you that were actually curious as to how that situation was playing out. So we wanted to make sure, before I or anybody else really announced it, that what was happening was actually happening. My father went in for the pre-op appointment, and they did another screening, basically did more imaging of the tumor in his eye. I'm going to try not to be emotional, but the power of prayer works, because it has shrunken and thinned so much that at this time they are not going to do radiation. Does that mean that it might not be a thing in the future? No, that means that he could still potentially have to have the same procedure done in the future. But for now, on its own, it's shrinking. And we love that. We love that. We want him to go back for his scan in another 3 months, and they just tell us that it's gone. That's what we want. That's what everybody wants. I am always and forever going to, I don't want to say I'm a pessimist, but I'm a realist. So I'm always and forever going to be apprehensive with that kind of announcement from a doctor. Because while it is shrinking, he still has an active, fairly unstable cancer growing ish in his body. I mean, it's still there. So I am very, very excited that for now, my dad doesn't have to have radiation, and there is not going to be the opportunity for him to lose the eyesight because of that. That makes me happy, because I know he didn't want to do that. None of us wanted him to do that. But also, I don't want it to end up mestitizing, because this is the kind of cancer that, while it looks like it's on the mend and you're, getting better, this stuff can explode really, really quickly and get out of hand. So I'm cautiously optimistic, if that makes sense. What? Oh my goodness, look at all of you in here. Hang on, I'm just flabbergasted. No, you can't say what you want, JJ. You sure can't. Absolutely not. You will not say that. That is ridiculous, actually. And just like that, you're gone, my friend. Goodbye. Yeah, we don't come into live streams and say really really disgusting things about people. Ew, commenting on my body on my live stream. Gross. And now you're gone. Oh me. Okay, so um on to another thing I wanted to address, simply because I know here recently I have not been posting content regularly. There have been gaps in content for obvious reasons. I've been trying to, be there for my family through all of these cancer scares, one right after another, losing family members. So I've been trying to split my attention and not neglect you guys, because y'all are so important to me. There are no words in the English language that I know of that I can say to you that's going to get it across how much you guys mean to me. All of you. This community means so much to me. Um, but at the same time, some of you have been aware that I have had a few of my. Yeah. I just saw that. Yes, Fred. Thank you. I don't want to call you guys attack dogs, because I feel like that's probably not the right remark for this. But the fact that y'all went in immediately upon seeing that remark, the protection you guys offer me, oh my God, you guys are the sweetest. Um, so I have a health update, and I didn't really know how to tell you guys. I really didn't, because at this point, I don't even know exactly how much of an emergency this could be. And I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. Cauldron of attack bats. Oh my God. That is your new name. That is y'all's new name. This is the new moniker. I have my attack bats. Oh, I love that so much. uh, um, Hi to everybody that's coming in. Hello, hello. So I don't know that I'm going to be able to read the first imaging report to you guys, like in the whole medical terminology. The jargon that they use is a little confusing. So I'm going to try and, like, layman's term the following, so that you guys can kind of understand what I'm potentially looking at. Um, so, oof, hold on. Okay, there we go. So, um, I injured myself back about, oh God, it was mid March. Um, and when I did it, the pain was there, but it wasn't too extreme. So I was just like, oh, I pulled something. I've got a pulled muscle or a strained tendon, something. So I wasn't super concerned to begin with. Um, Now I am, because fast forward, in this happened in March, mid March. Fast forward now, we're quickly approaching the end of May. My pain has increased. The symptoms I'm having have also changed, and there are more. Um, I don't know how much you guys know about the spine, or the cervical spine, to be more specific. Um, but what I'm about to read to you is kind of scary, uh, simply because this could end in surgery. which potentially means that I may not be able to record for a little while. So, what I'm going to try and do before that gets sat on the table as an option is I'm going to try and record some audios and have them as backups, kind of as a little bit of a fallback so that I still have things to post for you guys. And then I think that um, I might actually try and go live as much as possible throughout that process and the process of healing, just to give you guys updates as much as I can. But this is what the report read. There is a reversal of the cervical lordosis. What that means is your cervical spine, which is your neck, is supposed to have this gentle curve to it. Mine doesn't. Mine sits straight up, which means that the natural curve of my cervical spine is gone. That in and of itself is not a great thing. But then it goes on to say moderate to extreme osteophyte formation, or moderate osteophyte formation is presenting or present involving C4 through C7, which basically just means I have bone spurs and I have a pretty good amount, which at 42 years old is not normal. C4 through C7 is the pretty much a large portion of my neck. My cervical spine is messed up. I do not have any compound fractures, obviously, because I wouldn't be sitting here moving my arms around and talking to you right now. I have moderate multi-level disc height loss in C4 through C7. That is kind of a thing to explain. Your discs are supposed to be a certain height in between each and every one of your vertebrae, and it is to keep the bones and your entire spinal structure steady, to keep them from rubbing together, to keep them from crashing into one another and crushing things or breaking things. I can't explain to you guys what a servogenic headache feels like, but any of you that have ever had a migraine, you have a pretty good idea. You have an accurate description of the level of pain that a servogenic headache can bring on. This week I have not been great, guys. So I'm just going to level with you. I have not been able to keep food down for about 2 days, and when I did have an appetite, as soon as I tried to eat anything, my body is just like, no. This headache, while it comes and goes, it never goes away completely. And now I'm starting to have nerve pain that shoots from the base of my skull, pretty much, all the way down to the fingertips on my left arm. It happens periodically. It's not something that's constant, which thank goodness, because it makes me want to chew my arm off. I don't know where we're going from here. Because for those of you that may live in the U.S., you know what kind of situation we're in when it comes to health care in this country. The availability and affordability alone makes it hard. I don't fall into a category where I get any kind of financial assistance or aid. I make too much, but I don't. But I don't make enough to be able to afford an insurance policy and then to be able to afford to actually use it. So make that make sense. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I'm catching up on these comments, and you guys are incredibly sweet. Thank you. Um, I'm a self-pay patient, and I know a lot of you know that I've been scrimping and saving every freaking penny that I make, and I have extra to finish my tiny house and get a piece of property to put it on. But since I'm a self-pay patient, there's a pretty good opportunity or a pretty good chance that I will not have the opportunity to do that now, because any and all money that I currently have saved is gonna have to it's gonna have to go towards taking care of me instead. Which is soul crushing, you guys, because the only thing that I have wanted for the past 10 years is my little cabin in the woods. I was really trying so hard not to cry. I hate crying. I hate crying in front of people, and I can't stand crying on live streams or in videos, but it is what it is. I just need you guys to know that you are some of the most important people to me in my life right now. Right behind my family and friends. You guys are it. And I don't want to disappoint any of you if I have to take another break. So I'm going to try my best to keep on bringing you content. Oh. um, at the risk of sounding very unpatriotic, I have never wanted to leave this country so bad. I know universal health care is not perfect. I know it has its faults, and I know there are people that are literally waiting on waiting lists for months to up to a year to see people. But I wish I had the opportunity without going into debt for another decade. So, later on this afternoon, I am going to try yet again to find some financial aid. So I can at least go have the next step of imaging done, which will be a CT and an MRI, which is going to be a few $1,000s between the two of them. But it will give them a way better picture of what we're actually looking at and the extent of the damage that was done when I had my accident. So, um, oh my gosh. You guys are so, I do not deserve the sweetness. Thank you so much. Oh, Ghoul. I wish I was in Norway too, honey. I really do. I wish I was anywhere but in this country right now. uh, I do not have a GoFundMe, and the only reason I haven't made one is because I have a hard time asking for help when I need it. And I know everybody is struggling right now. I'm not the only one. There are so many of us out here that are barely making it, living paycheck to paycheck. So the last thing I want to do is have people give money to me that they need to spend on themselves and their own families. It would make me feel bad. um, yes, Jody, my Kofi still works, baby doll. Oh, Oh, Trinity. Oh, sweetheart. um, I I don't have a Cash App right now. Um, all I have is a Kofi account and my PayPal, uh, which is what Kofi runs through is my payout. But I'm flabbergasted, you guys. I never thought for 1 minute that my health would take a dive due to an accident that really should not have done this kind of damage, which leads the doctors to believe that um, there was something pre-existing already. I had issues before the accident. The accident just exacerbated everything. So, yeah, that's the major part of the update. Honestly, is I needed to be transparent with you guys. I wanted you to be able to celebrate with me about the fact that my dad is extremely blessed. The man is very blessed. We prayed so doggone hard for him. I can't even tell you, the prayer warriors in the church, all of my friends, their families, we were all praying so hard for that man. Especially after him losing his own dad to cancer just months before. We were praying so hard for him, and I really want to thank each and every single one of you that even sent him good vibes. Even if even if you don't believe in prayer as like Christian prayers, but you still believe in the power of sending good out into the universe and sending someone positive vibes and positive energy to try and help. Y'all did it. All of that did it. So, even though I don't feel well right now, and I'm looking at having my own uphill battle in the future, shit doesn't, pardon me, stuff doesn't seem that dark anymore. Because I got that ray of sunshine. Baby backpack. Yes, you guys are some of the sweetest, most kind, and loving people I have probably ever had the opportunity, the blessing of meeting in my entire. I can't. These comments. I love you guys. Ram, that was so cute. That was so cute, honey. Oh. um, my best friend has already offered to take me up to a hospital out here in Nashville, Tennessee. They have they have a pretty good reputation. They're also known for having a pretty good financial aid program. So she sent me the link for the financial aid application. I'm gonna fill that out, and I'm gonna try to see if I can't get some help from them. And then as soon as I get the green light, my best friend said she didn't care what day, what hour of the day it was, she would take me. So I have a ride out there. I'm having to stay pretty stationary right now, you guys. Your yogurt question? No, I did not. What is your yogurt question? I didn't even see that. Where did that go? Where's the yogurt question? Oh my god. Now I can't find it. What? No, I don't know where it went. What? Popsicle. Oh, are you talking about me trying to keep down some things, like suggestions of things that I might be able to eat? Ow, 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 ow. Nerve pain. Ow, 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 ow. All right. Yes. Yes, please do, Jade. I would like to, do I want to? Oh my god, that was so cute. You know what, Jade? I'm not even that big of a fan of yogurt, but baby, I would share a whole yogurt with you. That made me smile. Thank you so much. Oh, Ram. Oh, sweetheart. Thank you. That's very sweet. Uh, um, oh yeah. Mama K, agreed. The rest of the pain is manageable. It's not something that I would like to experience daily, but the nerve pain makes me want to climb a wall. It makes me want to take off my left arm and throw it out the window. And the fact that you don't get any warning before it hits you, it just hits you like a wall. Yeah, that can go away. We don't need that anymore. Yogurt helps everything. Oh no, Fred. What happened? Did it kick you off, Boo Thing? Did you scroll the wrong way? No, no, no. uh, uh. You know, as soon as I saw that Ram, as soon as I saw you said Fred went on a time machine, the little Einstein's theme song popped into my head, and now I can't stop laughing. Oh, jeez. Belly laugh. Oh, cool. Cool, you did not have to do that, baby. No, 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 you did not have to. No, it's okay, Mage. Thank you for stopping by, sweetheart. Hostile Gatto, I swear. Fiend, if you come up with a Hostile Gatto quote for this, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Cool, I swear. I'm gonna find a way to come to Norway and hug you in person. Shoot, I'd be afraid to go anywhere outside the US because I probably wouldn't be able to get back in. Plus the fact I know that a whole lot of y'all love me. But I know a whole lot of y'all that live outside of the US. Your countries are looking at us right now like, you can stay over there. We'll stay over here. I don't blame y'all. Honestly, I don't blame y'all. This whole country's a dumpster fire right now. Fiend, you did it! You did it! You came up with one. You found one. Y'all, if you do not know who that character is, you need to look it up. Haas Delgado. Seriously, you want to giggle? Go ahead. Oh my goodness. Sweetheart, I can't. I really, I. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Mama K, don't think I ain't been tempted. Don't think I ain't been tempted. Like, I had my passport at one point, but I ain't had it in a long time, so I'm gonna have to go and reapply. I don't even know where it is, to be honest with you. It's been years since I've seen it. Uh, but yeah, I would move outside this country without much of a second thought about it at this point. Oh my gosh, you guys. It was meant for some Lego. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. I need you to understand, though, that none of you have to do any of this. None of you have to do any of this. You being here with me is enough. It's always enough. Oh, Bat Visters. You guys are so cute. Oh my gosh. Y'all are so adorable. Oh, um, I will most definitely be trying my Joey. Oh my god, you guys. Do you know how many of you I'm gonna have to track down and give hugs to now? I'm gonna have to go on a world tour. You guys are you guys are phenomenal. I like that. Come to Canada first. We like hugs. You know, that was one of the places that we had actually, before the orange buffoon took office, that was one of the places that we had actually talked about moving, was Canada. Because I have friends in Canada, and Canadians are just cool. They're like the opposite of Americans, I swear. Uh, Not talking bad about all Americans, because there's a pretty good portion of us that are all right. We're all right. Oh, you know, Trinity, I might just do that. I might just have to have a meet and greet. That sounds like a pretty good idea. That way I can, that part, Mr. Neo, Chester Cheetah. No, I like that one. I think my favorite one so far has been, what is it? Oh, now I can't remember what he called him. I'll have to look it up later. But yeah, yeah, I'm liking all these nicknames. Yeah, Amber, I'm okay. Well, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not good, but I'm okay. Rather have Chester turn off. Oh, that one. No, that was the one, Ghoul. That was the one. There was also a Palpatine one, but I can't remember what it was. It was something Palpatine. And I can't remember it now, but I. The belly laugh. Like. I'm sorry, but you gotta be. You gotta be a pretty hated individual to have so many fun nicknames. Sandwich rat. First of all, that name is phenomenal. Secondly, I get that. I have been doing some very strange things to keep my sanity here recently. Now you want to make go. Oh my gosh. The way, the way that you just said that. Oh, Lord have mercy. Uh, oh no. You guys are really tickling me today. Let's see here. Bro, like I'm just trying to ask myself who lied and told him that skin tone he's rocking is an acceptable thing. Because I don't know about y'all, but I used to use self tanner way back in the day when there was only one real formula, and that was the color you turned. It was the most unnatural orange ever. It was gross. It was gross. It was gross. You were doing a skit. Elaborate, good sir. What are we talking about? What skit? And may I see? Ram, I'd have to agree. I don't think a hole is a color. Well, actually, yeah, it is, but we're not going to talk about which color. Oh, Lord. Oh, I honestly think, I honestly think that he had help winning that. It's very hard for me to believe that there are that many people in this country who are just okay with that level of hate. Let's not even say the level of hate. There are not that many people in this country that would listen to him talk and think he had enough sense to run the country. Marley. Oh man. Oh, shoo. I swear, that's one clownfish we're not going to find. We will leave him lost. That Nemo will never be saved. Oh no. Hey, how are I? I are broken, but smiling. How are you? Marley, oh my god. This is wonderful. You guys Oh, y'all are giving me all kinds of giggles. You thank you. Thank you so much. See, this is what I meant. We needed this. We just needed to be silly and powwow together today. Not only do you guys lift my spirits from time to time, but I think I managed to do that for you every so often, and I love that. That is a beautiful exchange. Mr. Neo, yes. Yes. I feel like that is our government just as a whole right now is hold my beer or oh yeah, watch this. Famous last words. Cute, Fred. Yeah, since that movie came out, I have really just wanted nothing more than to be able to have a dory. But I know just how hard saltfish tanks are to take care of, and I already have two rotten corgis, so no fishy for me. No fishy for me. I will just enjoy the movies, or I will go to the pet store and look in the tanks. Yes. Yes. Trinity, yes. I'm sorry, but there is not a person on this planet right now that believes the hair on that man's head belongs to him. The only reason it belongs to him is because he paid for it. It is not a part of his head. And you know, whatever, man. Like, what it is he is insecure with aging. He's trying to look like he did in his youth. But the man was never a looker, so I don't know why that was goals. Marley, I know, right? That's another thing I was learning about some of the saltwater fish that you can't mix together because they like either get aggressive or turn like cannibalistic and stuff. And I'm going, how do I explain that to the young kids in the family when they come over to look for, oh, where's Elmo? Elmo was so and so's lunch yesterday. Sorry, boo. Yeah, I don't want to have that discussion with any of the littles that come through my house. Yes, humor. Dude, humor is the best. Laughing is good medicine. I have always, always believed that. Laughing is good medicine. All the wigs he chose that one worst. Right? How many different options does this man have? And that's what he went with. That's what you got, man. All this money, all these connections, and you wearing a Timu toupee. Lord. Ram feeding Dory. Oh my god, that's so dark, but so right. Cleopatra. Oh no. Oh no. But you know what though? Isn't that where most people go when they have procedures? I definitely wouldn't have anything done in the US if I could help it. I'm sitting over here sweating just a little bit, y'all. I'm not even lying because I don't know if any of you are aware about how many physicians have left the United States just within the last few months. We already don't have enough medical staff here in the States to take care of more than about 50% of our population, and they're leaving. So, this is not a good time for the back to go down. Just saying. Oh no, my whole thing. What's my favorite Disney movie? Oh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. I will simply answer you, Trinity, by saying there is a certain type of woman that goes after a certain type of man. And when that certain type of relationship is a thing, looks take a back seat along with personality. There's only one major thing in that equation that either one of them care about at that point, and it's not each other. So that's not a real relationship. It's a fraud. It's a sham. Let's see. I would have to say favorite Disney movie. That is incredibly hard. Hmm. You know what? The original Lilo and Stitch, followed closely by Moana. I'd have to say those are probably two of my favorites. Now, if we're talking about like throughout Disney history, it would take me a little longer to come up with that answer because I'm not exactly a spring chicken, so I have seen a ton of Disney movies. I'll tell you, very first one I went to see in the theater, Lady and the Tramp. I'm that old. Oh man. Oh no. Ah, comments. Blah, blah. German Shepherd. You have a German Shepherd? I used to have one. And one of my favorite dogs. By far, one of my favorite dogs. Most faithful companion ever. Uh, right, Marley? That's something I'm real scared of. Is the shortages in medication, which I know it's coming. I mean, with all of the things that are happening right now, I know there's already shortages. There are pharmacies out here that like some of the pain management patients in the area are having to get partial fills on their prescriptions because the pharmacy does not have enough. to cover the whole prescription. That's scary. Yeah, Willy Wonka tunnel is a very accurate description. Like, this does not feel like reality. I keep waiting to wake up. Like, I feel like if I pinched myself hard enough, maybe this would all just be a bad dream. Oh, Mr. Neo. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm Pan. I'm part of the Alphabet Mafia. Um, I have the weird. I'm attracted to people. Gender has really never been an issue for me, because I am attracted to whoever. That's the crazy thing. When people ask, well, what's your idea of a perfect mate? I'm like, huh, you really want to open that can of worms? Because I think I'm going to confuse you more than I'm going to explain anything. Most of the time, I'll leave people with more questions than answers. So, Miko! Oh my gosh, yes, but I do not like the movie Pocahontas. I don't. I have native heritage, and I think that that movie is disgusting. That movie is basically the same whitewashed tale that we got told in school. And it is so completely inaccurate. Like, I was so disappointed. I love the songs, but the actual story, nope, they missed the mark totally. Tone deaf. Guardians of the. They're way too long. Lilo and Stitch is a good one. Yes, it is. Oh no, I've got too many comments. I need to catch up. Oh my gosh, Cleopatra, that is adorable. I used to have a bunch of Stitch stuff. I don't have as much anymore, because, oh, I've moved and been divorced and moved again, and the things that you will lose. um, Disney movie you saw in the theaters was Beauty and the Beast when you were 3. Holy moly. But that's a kind of a cool like memory to have if you think about it. Think back to the first Disney movie you got to see in a theater. Oh, guys, for the longest time, we had one of the OG Little Mermaid VHS cases. Yes, the infamous cases. I don't know if my dad has them anymore, but we had one of the originals. And when they tried to recall them, my dad wouldn't send it back in. This is a Christian man who knew why they were being recalled, and he was like, "No, that's going to be worth money someday. We're not returning that." I about fell out. You told him you were afraid of the oxygen mask? Okay, wait. But are you claustrophobic? Because then that fear is valid. I don't like anything over my face, my nose or my face, which makes dental work and surgery and things like that really difficult to do because they have to sedate me in order to put anything on my face. I'm just a battling girl. I just battle all the time. Battle this, battle that. I'm a fighter. I have not seen the live action Lilo and Stitch yet, but my son recently saw it and he told me that he thought I would love it. So I'm going to trust his judgment because that boy knows me well. So if he thinks I'll like it, I'm pretty sure I will. Yes, agreed, Ghoul. Miko is the perfect representation of a raccoon. They nailed it. Oh God. Oh no. Come back. Comments. Where did you go? I did not get a P.O. box yet, baby doll. Biggest reason is because I haven't had a mode of transportation, and our local post office wants me to come in, physically come in to sign up for the P.O. box. Apparently, I don't know why. Apparently, they're just, instead of me being able to do it online and pay for all of that and whatever, no. No, I don't know. But I'm going Monday morning ish because I will have my vehicle then. Yes, the VHS case with the PP art. Exactly. Boy, I really wish. Do I like kitties? I do, but I am allergic to them. I love cats. I actually live in a house with two of them and regularly love on them, but then I pay for it almost immediately. Well, I love kitties. I love dogs too. I'm also a very very big dog person, but I even love farm animals. Yeah, I just said aminals. What are we gonna do about it? Let's see here. Oh, there we go. The comments are freaking out again. Yeah, isn't it though? I love bats. I love bats. Bats are one of my favorite animals. I love bats. I love clouded leopards. Um, ocelots, and wolves of all kinds. You have a pet snake. Ooh. What kind of snake? I used to have one too. He was huge. When you got to combine some of your two loves, Lego and Hades. Oh, yo, you have a Hades minifigure? That is freaking awesome. That is sweet. You have 3 kitties. Oh. Well, normally my corgis would not be leaving me alone right now either, but they have grown accustomed in the last few days to not being able to be like on top of me. Um, so they're actually like laying off to the side, kind of away. I have one next to me over here, Jasmine, the bigger one, and then her little sister is under the bed where she normally stays. We call her the troll, and tell people all the time that she is in her bat cave. I want to thank each and every one of you who have done super chats through this live stream, donated anything. You guys, I appreciate that, but I am never going to expect that kind of stuff from y'all. The fact that you're just here with me on this crazy ride together is enough for me. It really is. But I appreciate everything that you guys do. Oh, I love farm animals. Yes, I do. Because I grew up on a farm. So, we had horses, and we had chickens, and we had a couple piggies. There was cattle right across the street in this like 200-acre cattle farm, so I could go hug some cows if I wanted to. But I had so many horses to take care of that I normally didn't have time to hug the cows. The greatest merch. A bat-winged hoodie? Yo. Pictures. Because I know I can see them, and you know I can see them, Ghoul. Pictures. I want to see it. Oh, much we keep coming. Yeah, there we go again. Destruction. That's awesome, Cleo. Hades minifigure, my second favorite. Oh, oh, that's so cute, Mr. Neo. That is adorable. That is adorable. Oh, and if it's not really part of the content lineup for my channel, so I don't share as much of that on YouTube. But I have a TikTok account, and you say cat person. My TikTok account would confirm something else for you as well. Ow. Oh, you have a. Okay, I had a python too. Um, but mine was an albino, and he got so big that I could barely keep him in his enclosure and had to end up getting rid of him because he would break out while I was at school and go in my sister's room and eat her pet gerbils and hamsters. And after I had to replace Elmo for the third time, the line was drawn in the sand and I had to find somewhere for Monty to go. So, yeah, they are an interesting pet to have. Ruby Jade, I love that. Same, Cleo. I love horses. We had 7 before I moved out. Jasper. You had a pig named Jasper? That is so precious. We were made to name our pigs after the food they were going to be turned into, which sounds really messed up, but it was my dad's way of trying to explain to us that we couldn't get attached because they weren't pets, they were food. It's a hard lesson to learn when you're a kid. Because you go outside one day looking for bacon, and bacon's no longer there. And then you don't want to eat breakfast for the next month. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, a corn snake. You guys have got some of the coolest pets. Yes, I still love dinosaurs. I don't care if it makes me sound childish. I will always be fascinated with dinosaurs and Egyptian history. Those are 2 things that grabbed my attention as a wee one and has never let it go. Marley, my dad thought so too. I was like, it would be an injustice not to name my python Monty. It would. Oh God. Ah. Oh my goodness, they're going so fast. Ah! Sorry, kids, Elmo has been canceled. Dude, no, seriously. The worst part about it is the second, like the first and second replacements for Elmo, she bought it. Didn't even know. No difference whatsoever. The third one was when she got a little sus. She was like, that's not Elmo. Elmo has a little white spot next to his butt. This one doesn't have a white spot. Where's Elmo? And I was like, up, the jig is up. Monty, you're in trouble. I really wish I could stick around more, but the city calls. Cleo, thank you so much for coming. And thank you for hanging out as long as you could. You be safe, and you have a wonderful rest of your day. You hear? Hi, Goth Jay. What you doing, Jay? T-Rex. Let's see. I'm gonna say that I like Spinosaurus, but there's a really funny story behind that. I like Spinosaurus even more than I used to because when the Jurassic Park movies came out, um, my son was a wee one, and that was his favorite. And the reason it was his favorite was because he could say the whole scientific name properly, and he was still in diapers. So, wow. Yeah. Spinosaurus aegypticus. And then he would tell you that he owned T Rex, and that was why he was his favorite. Just wow. Memories. Shaylin, I am doing pretty good. Having to stay pretty stationary, but doing pretty good. Can't complain. Will wear a smile. Ghoul, dude, I'm telling you, chickens and roosters are evil. They're really not. I just had a really mean rooster when I was younger, so they've always been the devil. Oh my gosh, Marley. So you basically kind of had the same experience, but like we knew too. We knew that was the whole purpose of these pigs. Yet we would still get attached and then be sad or angry when their purpose had been fulfilled. I saw the little hand, Jay. Yesterday, Pokemon. What? There's a new Pokemon? Shut up. Ooh, that ought to be cool. You're gonna pre-order. Ram, I would not blame you one bit. I will always be a Pokemon stan. Even if I didn't play the actual card game growing up. Which, yeah, I'm that old. I had a ton of Pokemon cards and I just traded them. I never really played. Oh God. And there we go with all of the. Why do you keep doing that? Oh God. Marley with the dinos and dragons. Yes, I'm convinced that they were very, very closely related. Very closely related. As a matter of fact, if you think about it, all of the historical stories of dragons, maybe dragons were just dinosaurs that looked a little different than the dinosaurs that we know. I don't know. I always like rabbit hole in my own brain about stuff like that. I don't know exactly why that happens, but I do go down rabbit holes completely all up in here. And Google is dangerous when you like to do that. You're more of a shark person, Maximus. You know what, though? I love sharks. Even though I was almost bitten by one, I still love sharks. They're fascinating. They are extremely scary. All those teeth. But they are fascinating. Let's see. Imagine if T Rexes had longer arms. Dude, I've always thought about that. If T Rexes had like longer arms, they would have been insane as a predator. Like, I feel like the short arms wasn't really a handicap per se, but like, had they been able to actually use them grippers, there probably would have been a whole lot of things that really didn't get away. Oh God, why? Stop doing that. Ah. Let's see. You guys are like finding all of that. Oh, hey, sweetheart. My Wolfie is in chat. You beautiful Wolfie. I missed you too, sweetheart. I saw that you had messaged me, and I'm sorry I didn't reply. Last few days have been pretty rough. Not trying to candy coat anything. I have only been upright in this position for a few hours a day. It's rough, but I'm okay. You're a pacifist lover. Leopard sharks, yes. I would have to agree, Marley. I think I like the sharks that um don't necessarily see me as a menu item. I don't like to mess with the ones that feel like, under the right circumstances, she might be tasty. I'd rather not. Yeah, I'm sure. Now that okay that I am right now may change the more imaging that's done. And oh, just FYI, you guys, this stuff right here that I'm going through, I do not have regular like like I don't have, I don't know how to say this. For the most part, I am dealing with this with like over the counter um, anti inflammatories and pain relievers, and it's like eating candy to the point of I'm really not taking a whole lot right now because it's not doing a whole lot. And I know that stuff is not great for your body, so I'm not going to give it to my body if it's not benefiting me. So, yes, I'm okay, but no at the same time, I guess. Let's see. You would hug a dinosaur if you could. You know what? Me too. But I would prefer a dinosaur that wouldn't eat me instead. I'm all about not being eaten by the things that I'm around. Have you noticed? I have a complex. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. But still. Like, I remember going to see the very first Jurassic Park movie in the theater. And we went, and by the time that we got out of the movie, it was dark. And then we went home, and we pulled into the driveway, and we live out in the country, so we only had like one street lamp that my dad had actually paid for on the power pole right above our garage. So there was just this one beam, like this one light, and it was concentrated right around the garage, and then everything around it was super dark. I kid you not. I screamed and ran like a madwoman from the detached garage all the way to the back door of my house because I thought raptors were going to eat me. Knowing full well, in my own mind, that dinosaurs are not still here in the same capacity. I was convinced that if I didn't run to the back door fast enough, I was going to get my butt eat off by a raptor. Oh, Mr. Neo, that's cute. You and your boyfriend sound adorable. Oh, and your boyfriend calls you a snack. That's adorable. That is precious. Y'all are cute. Like, like, so sweet. It's giving me cavities cute. It could be possible for a hug for an hour, although I'm pretty sure you would grow very tired of that. Oh no! Ah! Wah! No! Jade. Oh man, I don't know why I have these just unreal, just nonsensical fears like that, but like I was already older too. It made no sense to me. Why am I running? Why am I scared? Because I just saw a movie where dinosaurs were eating people. Duh, your brain is still freaking out. It's okay. No, I'm gonna zoom. It took me a minute, Cole. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had to sit there and think on that one for just a minute before it sunk in. But that that was awesome. You will never be tired of me. Well, I am very glad to hear that. Although my own family and friends will probably be tired of me from time to time, so never say never, I guess. No, but that's seriously, that's sweet. Wolfie, man, y'all with these puns. Good lord, should be having some of y'all be writing some of these scripts and stuff. I love that. I love that. It had y'all are making me look some stuff up, honestly. Like I already thought that I knew what one of the dinosaurs that was mentioned in chat was, and I was like, I think I know what that is. But I had to go look just to make sure. And while I was on the right track, it was not the exact dinosaur I was thinking about. So y'all are teaching me things right now that I don't know. IRS got a hold of them. You guys are so cute. The puns, the puns, man. Seriously, some of y'all are just y'all are comedians. If you're not actually doing that professionally, you might should be just a little bit sometimes, maybe. Open mic night. Okay, that was great. Oh yeah, no, y'all. If you have not had, okay, so the one in here that I am calling Wolfie is the one that just made the ghoul dude joke. So if y'all are not familiar, that's my Wolfie. Yeah. You know what though? Nerd humor is the best humor. And you can tell when you are around fellow cool peoples who get it. Because, facial expressions. I have no poker face at all, y'all. So if I'm feeling or thinking some type of certain way, you're gonna see it written all over this. It's gonna be here. Oh, don't be getting shy now. Oh no. Same. Same, Mr. Neo. That's my goal pretty much every single day of my life, is to try and make somebody else laugh, or somebody else happy enough or joyful enough that they forget about whatever in their life is making them sad or angry or depressed. Even if it doesn't fix it, at least they get that, you know, moment or moments of joy and happiness without anything else. Just pure happiness. I love that. Oh my God, Fred. Oh my God. No, that is gold. That is, I holy moly. That is so good. I am taking a screenshot of that one, because that dad joke humor right there is about to be used on my own father later in a phone conversation. Thank you. Thank you very much. That is the best ammo ever. I know that man has never heard that. Squid Row. Oh my God. Hoo-wee. Yeah, Marley, same, same. Um, I have had people over the years refer to me as a living cartoon character because I am overly expressive with everything: body language, facial expressions, the way I talk, the volume in which I talk, everything. So I understand 100%. I just saw that, Jade. uh, yeah, there are a few of you that have met me on other platforms and made your way over here. So there are a few of you that know me in a slightly different light than the ones of you that may just know me from YouTube. But now you're actually starting to see the goofy side, like the fact that I am just a major goober. I'm just a total idiot sometimes. Um, but in the best of ways, because I will make a fool out of myself if I know that it makes somebody else's day better. But yeah, this is me. Also, on YouTube, I have to censor myself quite a bit because I am a channel that is mostly devoted to comfort audios and to littles, so I have to watch myself. But if you find me on another platform, specifically the TikTok, you yeah, watch out, cause the 4 letter words be flying. Catching up. Oh my gosh, Little Shop of Horrors, Marley. I swear, you gonna end up being one of the bestie clan now. Look at this. We have got all the cool kids here today. You just made a Little Shop of Horrors reference. Ah, I love it. Mr. Neo. All the best of us are. That's the thing. All the best of us are. We are hardcore nerds, and that's great. I would rather be a nerd than be boring. The clock factory. Oh God, what the hell? Good Lord, y'all. Yes. Yes. That one's getting screenshotted and saved too. Y'all are giving me some major ammo for the next time I see my father. It's gonna be on. Marley, oh no. Jade. Same. Same. No. Wolfie got Wolfie got the fucking jokes, y'all. I'm just gonna say it. F word included. I'm just gonna say it. Hands down. You're looking for some laughs. I guess this chat would be. Y'all are fire, dude. Seriously, I can't. I can't compete. These jokes. Yes. Mary Poppins. That is awesome. Wow. I haven't thought about that movie in forever. Mr. Neo, you like Marvel? I mean, who doesn't, right? But I love Marvel. Like, okay, used to have a whole bunch of Marvel comics when I was in high school. And this was before collecting comic books was actually a cool thing to do. This was back when being a comic book nerd was synonymous with getting beat up in school. Now, though, man, I wish I still had them. My mom had a storage unit that she had a bunch of our stuff in, and she didn't pay the payment on it, and they auctioned all that stuff off. Y'all, I had first editions still new in the plastic. Like the cello wrap had never even been opened on these, and they are gone. That would have paid for surgery. Let's see. I haven't watched Mary Poppins in a hot minute. Me neither. Now I kind of want to, though. Yes, cool. Oh, I would love that. If I could just dress for the job I wanted, I'd dress as Jean Grey every day. Oh, although we know how it goes when her temper gets the best of her, so maybe not. Hail Julie Andrews. Heck yeah, dude. Ow. Gotta stretch, gotta stretch. Hail Julie Andrews. Mary Poppins is probably, honestly, that is one of the most memorable movies from my childhood. That, and I used to watch a crap ton of Shirley Temple movies. And y'all, when I was a little girl, I loved Shirley Temple. I loved those movies. Now that I'm an adult, while I still love her, I don't love the movies anymore because I know the dirty little secrets of Hollywood now and what actually happened a lot. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of depressing. Some of these things I wished I hadn't have learned. Dude, you're making a fan script, Marley? That is unreal. But also something that I could totally say I would do too. So I have always been a huge Marvel fan. I mean, I even liked certain DC characters. I am not a traitor, but certain DC characters just have a little piece of my heart. Most of them are in the Batman universe, cause duh. Um, but that's cool as heck. Kind of feel like I should have done a little bit more of that in high school, but I was like trying to cover up my nerdiness so that I would blend in and not be picked on for literally everything. So I already got picked on for my looks, like pretty much daily. So yeah, we did it. We kept our mouth shut about what our hobbies were most of the time because Punisher, yes. I would have to say I do like the Punisher as well because it's that whole vigilante justice thing. He's not a good guy and he's not a bad guy. He's just a guy. And I can relate to that because sometimes we need that, oddly enough. Somebody that will take the reins and be like, okay, well, I blur the lines between good and bad sometimes, but I'm going after the ultra super bad. I mean, stuff would start working itself out if that was a thing, I guess. Although vigilante justice is you know, it's frowned upon for obvious reasons. I still think the Punisher is really awesome. Yes, I'd have to agree. See, Jade, that's the thing. Is like, I feel like if I was to tell people my dream job, it wouldn't actually be a job because I would love doing it so much that it would never feel like work. And I think that's everybody's dream if they're gonna have one, is for their job not to feel like a job because they absolutely love doing it like that much. Oh, oh, all the good jokes, all the good jokes, all the good jokes. Wolverine is my favorite Marvel character. Oh, cool. That would be my son's as well. It was Spider Man and Wolverine when he was younger. Now that he is an adult, I would venture to say that it might be Deadpool, but it could still be Wolverine because he's 23, so we don't talk about that as much as we used to anymore. But that might be something interesting to ask him when we get together next. And Ram, that is the most accurate and simplest description I have ever seen of Mary Poppins. Thank you for answering that. That is awesome. A lady with an umbrella and an infinite storage in her back. Yes, yes, that is very true. Uh, okay, okay, but for my Wolverine fans, my Logan fans, do you like Wolverine as the character, like out of the comics or out of the cartoons or whatever, or are you a Wolverine and Logan fan because of the live action movies? Because no hate for either one of those, seriously, because I am under the I'm under the opinion that while I know that they could recast Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, it's like that part was made for him. Same thing with Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds. I'm going to have a hard time liking a live action Deadpool if Ryan Reynolds isn't Deadpool. Because I swear to you, Stan wrote that character for that man. I don't know how to explain that to y'all, but I know not nobody would disagree with me on that. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Uh, Marley! Oh my God, yes! My grandmother had so many of the Shirley Temple movies, like VHS copies of them. And she would put them in for me when I was a little girl, and I would sit there for hours with her and watch Shirley Temple and eat snacks. I would pass out on the couch during the movies. I loved that little girl. And what made it even better was when I was a little girl, I had curly red hair that was almost identical ringlets to Shirley's. So I was like, oh wow, she looks like me. Oh God. Stop scrolling by yourself. I'm trying to read. Thank you. Agreed, Marley. I love her as the Scarlet Witch. Yes. Yes, Wolfie. Like my son's even said that. He was like they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing when they were like, "No, he's not Green Lantern. He is Deadpool." They knew what they were doing. And they knew after they changed him to Deadpool, he would never be able to play another character in that universe. Period. But that's fine. They can make as many Deadpool movies as they want to at this point because I freaking love Ryan Reynolds. The man is awesome. And dude, like for the just for the smart mouth and the retorts and the breaking of the fourth wall pretty regularly and everything. It's just perfect. It's perfect. Aww. Oh wow! See, I never took tap, but I wanted to because she did. Saying that for Shirley from one of the yes, that the yes the song. Oh my gosh, dude. Hi Timothy, welcome in. Hello, hello. We are discussing all things at this point. All things. Things we love, things we don't love, things that make us a nerd and we love it now because we're finding all of our kindreds. Yeah, dude, though. I mean, Jade, you finished it. You know, it was really hard for me not to start singing it. It was really, I really wanted to keep singing it because I read Wolfie's start of it and was like, uh, I'm not going to do it because I can't sing. So, Timothy, my daughter introduced me to you. Oh, that's sweet. Well, I'm very grateful. We always love new peoples in the community. Marley, I have not. I haven't seen that one yet. There's like a handful of newer movies that I want to see, but I can't really go and see them in a theater right now. So I'm waiting for them to come out on a streaming service that I actually have, so that I might be able to. Even if I've got to rent it at home, that's fine. But I would like to see a few of them that are out right now. Uh, Ghoul, thank you so much for coming, baby. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for having a bunch of giggles with me today. And I still want to see that bat winged hoodie. I can't talk. Bat winged hoodie. Jeez. Have a good coffee, meat love, and we'll see you later, okay? Oh, Lord. Timothy, possibly. Do you know her YouTube screen name? Because, yeah, if she was, um, more than likely, I can remember. Bye, Ghoulie. I will talk to you later. Send all of the cute raccoon videos. You're immunocompromised. Wow. You know, if it wasn't so hard to get a diagnosis, I would have actually gone to get some kind of medical care for some of the things. I was diagnosed with freaking fibromyalgia 20 years ago, and I just haven't done anything about it. Like, nothing. I don't take anything. I haven't been back to the doctor about it. Because why? I mean, at this point, like, I'm gonna have to go for the imaging for my current problem. But fibro did not impact me enough day to day that I felt like I needed to deal with it over and above what I was already doing for myself, like with um, conservative type treatment at home. But yeah, no, I stream a lot. But at the same time, I also just weirdly watch a bunch of like murder mystery documentaries. Does that make me a psychopath? I don't know. I just like knowing how the human mind works. So I'm fascinated by the human brain sometimes and its ability to work and operate so differently between person to person, if that makes sense. I had to choose my words wisely there. Did you see me reaching for the right words? Um, you have the same last name. Not right off. Not right off can I remember whether actually, yes, there was another more in here. But it's already escaped me, which doesn't surprise me much. I'm still trying to get my fibroid diagnosis. They are so tough to. Yes, they are incredibly hard to get. I think the only reason why I got my diagnosis as quickly as I did is because it was a brand new diagnosis back then. So they were kind of just blanketing certain people's symptoms with that diagnosis without even really knowing enough about the disorder, like, to begin with, to be able to make it. I don't know. You get my drift. It was like early on in the process. So I feel like that was the only reason I was able to get my diagnosis pretty quickly. Um, Now, like I said, I didn't follow up with it because back then it was just, I would have certain days where, like, my son was little back then, and I would have certain days where I would go to pick him up or hug him, and just the pressure against my arms and stuff would hurt so bad. And I'm like, why does that hurt? Why am I having weird all over type pain with the smallest amount of pressure applied? Well, then that's when they were like, oh, fibromyalgia. Right, Marley? Holy cow! This is wild. It's wild, but it's also awesome. It's awesome to find a bunch of you that are into the same stuff, because I feel like we could legit just have a whole powwow, like a whole conversation about some stuff, or like all group watch a stinking documentary together or something. That'd be wild, wouldn't it? Oh, Jade, you have Crohn's, baby. I am sorry. I have a friend who suffers from Crohn's, and I know that that can be pretty debilitating. Oh Lord, here we go again. It's acting all crazy. Trinity! There she is. I was going, yep, I knew. I knew there was a more in here earlier. Knew there was a more in here. Yes, so now, there she be. You're an alien? You're a Victorian bubble child. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, the fact that somebody literally yesterday told me that I needed a bubble. Oh man. And I'm sitting here looking at the clock. I have about 15 minutes left with you guys before I'm going to have to hop off here because I'm going to have to go and make myself a little more of something to eat. I've been trying to have it out of frame, but I have broth. I've been eating broth. And it's actually really yummy. So I'm not mad at it all, but I'm just trying to keep myself hydrated and keep my blood sugar at a healthy level, even though I have like zero appetite and I'm having a hard time holding things down. Um, I'm drinking and keeping myself hydrated, and then I'm actually attempting to eat. I know it's just liquid, but it is still food. Yeah, Trinity, I know. I saw he said something about you had introduced him, and then was like, my daughter was in here, and I'm like, do you remember his screen name? Because it was like there was a more in here. It was you. Wolfie, you're making my mouth water. Like I don't even have an appetite right now, and that sounds so good. Like I would literally love to have a piece of that. That came out wrong. That did not sound right to me. My bad. God, wow. Hmm. Hmm. Oh God. Oh no. Ah. Mr. Neo, that can be accomplished if you have a TikTok account. Because when I was telling Ghoul to share a picture, Ghoul and I follow each other on TikTok. So Ghoulie gets to see the four-letter word filled foulness that is Mama Bat without a filter. That was a lot of F words, and none of them were my favorite one. Oh my goodness. Uh, yeah, and it's about time for me to take something for inflammation again, too. I can feel the inflammation. Y'all, this is crazy. I got to tell you this because I've never had a doctor react like this. This was wild. When I went in for my x ray that I had done, the doctor was doing the physical exam first. And he was, taking his fingers and kind of feeling down my spine. And of course, I jumped when he hit the certain vertebrae that we're thinking are herniated, like the discs in between them. And the only reason why he is really so certain that I have herniation is because you can physically, if I stood in front of you or sat in front of you, you can physically see a lump on the left side of my neck. Like it's protruding. Physically, you can see something protruding. Now, I don't know if that's muscle swelling. I don't know what that is, honestly. I have no idea. But it was alarming to him to the point of, he said, oh, oh my, oh my. Yeah, you're swollen. You think, dude? The left side of my neck is like twice the size of the right side of my neck. Pretty sure I know that by now. Wouldn't be sitting in here for an x-ray if I didn't. Ooh, Trinity, that is not the first time I've heard that. I actually got kicked off of YouTube not that long ago. Like, it kicked me out of a live stream twice. And I know it wasn't the creator that kicked me out, it was the actual app. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but they need to fix that because this is annoying, to say the least. Salt, black pepper, savory, ground cumin, and basil. Ooh, you gonna talk yourself right into being a personal chef. You better watch out. Oh, this is not gonna feel good. Okay, wait, wait, wait. Okay, ow. Okay, okay, okay. How? Oh. Oh, Mr. Neo, you and your boyfriend are precious. Thank you. Thank you. That that is awesome. And you guys, I don't know if you know how super thanks actually work on YouTube. But when you have a monetized channel and people give you a super thanks, that money actually goes in to your YouTube monetization money. It rolls in together. So when YouTube sends me my next pay, those will be on it. And they will immediately be put into the medical expenses fund. You guys are going to help me try and get this fixed so that I can be back to my spunky self again, making all kinds of content for you with a smile on my face every single day instead of periods of sadness and tears and pain, which I would rather you guys not have to see. Even though I know a lot of you actually go through that yourselves, and I hate that. You guys are so freaking precious. Shaylin. I love you guys too. Thank you. Agreed, Marley. ASMR communities are tight knit and they are supportive and they are sweet. And a lot of the people that are in these communities, the reason why they are the way they are is because they've had lives like ours. Lives that have been, shall we just say, very uncomfortable to live at certain points. I think all of us have an understanding, not only why we're all there, but that loving on one another as a community helps heal everybody, including the person giving out the love. Mom, that I shall see you again soon. I have messed up and gotten myself into trouble. Oh, Jade. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Run. Run. Hide. Hide. Under the bed. Go now. I love you. Be safe. Oh. Oh, man. Yep, it is almost 1 o'clock my time, you guys. Um, oh my God, yes, Marley, that is fantastic advice. You can't be mad at a burrito. I know I can't. Oh, Wolfie, do you know? For real, though. For real, I would in a heartbeat. Just be like, I will do the cooking half the week, and you can do the cooking half the week, and we will eat good the whole week. I love me somebody who loves to cook and knows how to cook, and because I do too, and I love to spend time in the kitchen. Food is my love language, which is why I be a little chunky sometimes. Almost one for you. Oh, I'm 1 hour ahead of you. Mr. Neo. Yeah, I know, right? But you Canadians are awesome. And I'm one of the Americans that misses our camaraderie. Makes me kind of sad because I really wanted to visit. I can't be an honorary Canadian, but I swear I would love to be. Jade. Tiptoe running. Oh no, I have a mental picture in my head right now. That is tiptoe running. That is the thing. That is the thing I would not do successfully. I would probably fall on my face and alert everybody within a 10-mile radius of my existence. Oh, Trinity, don't do that, baby. Only reason I have to go anywhere is because I'm going to have to end up filling out the paperwork for my application for some financial aid to get some medical treatment. Oh my gosh, Mr. Neo. You know what, though? I will not say all Canadians are friendly because one of my friends that lives in Canada is actually a complete jackass. Rude. Just rude. But I still love him. Oh. Aw. Night, Nova. I love you too, sweetheart. Um, I love all of y'all so much. I really do. This has been an amazing stream. I never in a million years thought that y'all would be entertained just sitting here chit chatting with me while I was not feeling well. But somehow or another, you guys have lifted my spirits. Um, you've given me renewed faith, and you've also, here we go again, try not to cry, try not to cry. You guys have also given me hope that I'm going to be able to at least partially afford to pay for some of this so that I don't have to keep trying to ignore the pain I'm in and keep trucking. Because I know with the condition that he is suspecting, um, the longer it goes on, the more permanent the damage is. So I don't have to keep ignoring it. I don't have to keep waiting. Uh, you guys are amazing. Every single one of you are amazing. You are worth all of the love, all of the loyalty, all of the respect. I need you to understand that each one of you means the world to me, and this community is one of the most important things in my life right now. So, no matter what shape I'm in, I'm not going to go ghost on you guys. Even if I can't be every week after a surgery, I'm still going to be here. You're not going to be left in the dark. You will know as soon as I do how things are going to go from here on out. Okay? I want to make sure that you all know how much of an impact you have on my everyday life. How many of you have made a huge difference. You've given me something to look forward to. I wake up every day grateful for this channel and this community. Not only because I know that I'm helping you heal, but because you guys are helping me heal too. You're giving me the opportunity to give out the love and the respect, the acceptance that I didn't feel growing up. And that means the world to me. Uh, I love you all so much. And as soon as I have everything finalized and I know where we're going with our next step medically, I will be letting you guys know. Okay? Um, I'm going to try to go live again with you guys towards the beginning of next week sometime. Um, there should be an audio out tomorrow. Now, it may be a few minutes late. It may not be at straight up the same time that it normally comes out because I have to wait until tomorrow morning to record. So, maybe a little delayed, but there will be an audio out tomorrow for you guys. And it's going to be a continuation of the Bun Buns Spa Day. You guys are going to go to the zoo with me. We're going to have a zoo day. And then maybe gourmet grilled cheese. Because for some reason that just sounds smashing. I love all of y'all very, very much. If you want to find me on any other platform, I will try and post my link tree so that you can find me. I have a TikTok, and that's pretty much it right now. Social media kind of makes me a little depressed, so I keep them to a minimum. But yeah. You hate grilled cheese? No, I hate grilled cheese. Okay, Jade, well then we will make sure you have something special, my baby. If you don't like grilled cheese, I'm sure we can find something else for you. uh, I love you guys. Please stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other. And like I said, if you want to find me, you can find me on TikTok. Um, my TikTok name is Heather Heresy, all lowercase, no spaces in between, obviously, and then the bat emoji. But you should be able to type in Heather Heresy in the search and I'll come up. Until next time, all my beautiful baby bats, please stay safe. Know that I love you. Know that I think about you each and every single day. And know that you changed my week for the better. Just by being here with me, laughing and smiling. Thank you so much, loves. Mwah. Love you.